Hey y'all, welcome to the fill-in station. So in this video, I want to show you how to remove acetone from how to remove acetone. Let me say that. So it's really simple, but sometimes I'm a visual learner and it's easier for me to see it versus being told. So I wanted to just explain to you kind of like how we take these and a little bit of this to make a creative look. Okay, so yeah, I'm super excited. All right, y'all. So again, we're gonna need whatever it is that we're gonna take the words off. Some acetone, Q-tips, cotton swabs, possibly. Definitely the cotton swabs, Q-tips possibly, but I say it often, y'all, use what you have. And again, I like to have paper towels handy just because, right? Because you just never, ever know. And I put down some wax paper here because I don't want if I should waste it by any chance, I don't want it to waste too much on my countertops, right? Because I don't know if that's going, I don't know how that will end up. So again, pure acetone. And I'm going to put just a little bit over. And keep in mind, practice safety, y'all. If you're going to put it down, put the top back on it. You see how I just broke a little piece off? Because my area is a little small area. Even though this is a big cotton ball, I don't want the whole ball because I want that circle to still remain intact. That's very important, right? So I broke a little piece off and I got a little piece to where I can control it. See how I just left the end piece so I can control it. So I'm going to wet this portion of it so I can have a little bit more control instead of just stuff going everywhere because my space is a little bit smaller. So I'm going to get me a nice little, you see how that just dropped real quick? Nice little drop here. And I'm going to put the top back on it because I just got issues, y'all. And me being me, it could very well waste. So again, we're just removing, and I'm not, even though I put a lot on it, you see, I'm not dabbing down to where it runs. You have to be very careful with that. And I'm just going in a circular motion. And keep in mind, I need to get close to that line without touching that line. So you got to have a little bit of steady hand, but it kind of gives me a little bit more with because I left that tip a little bit on the cotton swab. Not really, I mean, tip, a little bit of hand movement, right? Something that I can grab. And if you see that you're circulating a little bit of red, you go to a clean spot. That's how you get that. But the most important thing is removing it for right now. We can always go back and clean it up, right? So you're seeing here that I have removed that popcorn just that quick. And it did move a little bit. There we are. So I'm going to go over here and do the exact same thing, rubbing in a circular motion. Keep in mind, you don't want your cotton swab so damp that your acetone is just running down because it could very well take up something that you really want to keep down. That's very important, okay? You just need a little bit to rub off. As you can see here, you need a little bit to rub off. A little bit goes a long way with this because, again, my space is very small. So just that quick, we've removed those words. And again, we can go back and clean it up just a little bit more. And I'm going to show you, I did have some acetone to run just a little bit here, but it's okay. Again, this is for demo purposes, but I wanted to show you that if you're not, you see how it didn't completely take it off because I didn't rub it off. You can see it shaded just a little bit here, but it didn't come off because I didn't rub it off. And that was because I pushed down on my acetone and it ran just a little bit, which is okay. Again, you want to just remove the word. So I can again clean this up a little bit later. Great example of allowing it. Y'all, you know, I say mistakes can be your greatest blessings, right? It happened and I'm glad it did, but it ran just a little bit. But just because it did not damage. And this is going to be the front side of what I'm going to put the name on anyway. So use that to your advantage. I need to say that, right? So if by chance you have some and it ran and it did something that you really didn't want it to do, allow that to be the back side. It's not going to be crazy looking to have it like this, right? You'll never be able to see it. Just up front, you just can't, it's not visible. Let me say that, right? So let's try our bigger one. This is the one that I'm going to put our logo on for our movies on the mount, still using the same one, right? Because it is just heavily filled with acetone. And I don't want to put a whole lot to make it run. That happened just a little bit on the other one. But do y'all see how it's just coming off? Just coming off. And I'm just going in a circular motion, just trying to get close to that line as I can, because I want to use that line. So yeah, going in our circular motion, getting close to it as I can. There we are. And I can go back and clean it up with the clean swab. So we're just getting it a little bit cleaner here, trying to get all of those words off. And again, I did not get a new swab, which I recommend you do so. Get a clean, especially if you start seeing a whole lot of red being circulated. So I'm gonna get just a little bit. You don't need but just a little bit of this. Again, it will run if you're not careful, and we don't want that. So I'm gonna dab it off just a little bit. Again, I did have one to run, but just by looking at it now, I can't even tell it did so. So y'all, I'm telling you, listen, and learn not to panic. When something happens, try not to panic. Keep on, and if you should make a mistake, which we all do, let me say that, just try to use it to your advantage. Try to be creative with it. See if you can cover it up, or see if you can, put it on the back side where it's not really visible, or, you can do something. But see, we're getting it, right? I can still see that C a little bit over there. And again, I'm doing it upside down, so yeah. So I'm gonna go back again and put our logo on it. There we are. So let's try this side over here. Again, we are removing, I may take that red ring off too, because the logo that I want to put on it again is our Movies on the Mount logo, and I don't know if I want that red ring in it. So for this one, I very well may go back and remove the red ring. And again, it just helps for what I want it for. So again, it's your design and it's what works best for you, but have something in mind when you're doing it. I mean, what is the purpose? What I want to do with it? And let me say this, if you should make a mistake, let me say that. If you make a mistake, build from there. Build from your mistake. And that's a life lesson, right? When we make mistakes, we just build from it. Don't let it stop us or hinder us from moving forward. We just figure out another way to be creative, y'all. Figuring another way. I am going to take that circle off, because it's going to help me with putting my my other logo down. So I'm going to remove that completely. And y'all see, I just decided that last minute, right? Okay, I got issues, seriously. Okay, so I'm going to get just a little bit more, because I am going to remove that circle, only because I'm going to fill mine with the Movies on the Mount logo. And it's going to have a trim. The logo itself is going to, I don't want the red ring, because it's like a burgundy-ish color. So I'm going to remove that. But I'm just wanting to show you how easy it is to take these little things here and use them to help you to build from, so that you can, I'm going to cover this up. Using these inexpensive things to create you a very creative gift, right? So you can take and put words again right here. You can put stickers. You can leave them plain. You could have just took the words out, the popcorn out, and just left the empty circle if that's all you have. the thing is, you didn't, just so that it's not saying the popcorn, that was the whole point in this video, is to clean this up a little bit. And y'all, it may take you a few times of going over it, a few times of going over it, a few times of going over it, but it's okay. And again, if it runs a little bit, it's okay. As long as you don't wipe that area, I think you'll be good. It's just, look, for decoration. And this is for my family, right? But if you're giving it to someone or being a blessing to someone, just keep that in mind, right? So this is one side without it, because I'm going to put a logo. This is one side with it. So that's something to think about, right? So again, you will go in and again, clean those areas up as best as you can without damage, you know. And if you want to, listen, y'all, here I am again overthinking, but if you want to go in and just remove all of the lines, you very well can. If you just want the container, you know, it's a super cool container. You can decorate it and you know, the way, if you have a Cricut machine or a Silhouette, you could very well go in and just take those lines off completely, take all of that off and redecorate the whole entire thing. One of the things that I've learned with controlling the acetone, especially if you put too much on it, is to lean it in your direction. Lean it in the direction that you're working, as you see here, and, you know, try to maneuver it that way. Try to maneuver it that way. So I removed the words from this. I'm not really concerned with, you know, anything else because my logo is going to cover up all of this. And you'll just keep wiping and keep wiping until you get the desired look. Let me say that. It's not hard to do. It is time consuming sometimes if you're, you know, if you have a big spot or a small spot or whatever it is. But as you can see, we have removed a lot of this with acetone. And again, I went back and took the whole circle off because again, I'm adding my my logo to this one, but you can again leave it whatever works for you, y'all. Creative, being creative. So again, this is our completed look for this video because I don't want to prolong you because we can be wrapping and rubbing and rubbing and rubbing. Keep in mind, I'm going to cover this up, right? Or yeah. So again, this is with the ring. This is without the ring. I like it both ways. This is with the ring on both sides because I'm going to use it for a Valentine's Day gift. I did have a little run right here, which is okay. And you can see it just a little bit. But once you put it up, again, I'll use this for the back side. I'm going to cover it with wrap anyway, clear wrap, so you will not be able to see that. I probably will put a name on the inside of here. And yeah, just be creative, y'all. So yeah, I wanted to show you how we can take the names off of these little baskets here using Dollar Tree baskets, popcorn baskets, using some acetone. So again, y'all, I am Dee Dee here at the filling station, the creative therapy side that is. Let me say that, right? The creative therapy side that is. And we just, again, took those words off. If you could please like, share, comment, subscribe, y'all. I say it so often. We learn and we grow together. So, and I brought out the Q-tips for a reason. So let me go ahead and show you. You know, sometimes, sometimes it's easier to take the Q-tip and go around those very small places, right? So that's helpful instead of trying to get to those closest places that were very well damaged, you know, the area you really don't want to remove. So that's why I brought the Q-tips out. But this is going to be really super cool. When I get I will try my best to attach the video, excuse me, I will try my best to attach the picture of the logo that I'm going to add in this place or the name on this place. But yeah, thank you so much for spending time with me today, y'all. This was a simple video, but I wanted to show you how easy it is to remove a name. The word popcorn came off right there just using some acetone, and how we can build from there and be super, super creative. Again, I am Dee Dee here at the filling station, the creative therapy side that is. So if you could please like, share, comment, subscribe, y'all. I say it often, we learn and we grow together. With that being said, I hope that everyone have an amazing day today, as always, on purpose.